Welcome to Captain Graham's training class for charting for the U.S. Coast Guard class. Let's do simple charting, converting true chart course to ship's compass course. So let's look at our cheat sheet. So they are asking us to find compass course, which is on the boat, on the ship. Okay, so we look over at our cheat sheet and we say, okay, which formula do we use? Do we use the finding distance and time and speed? Well, they didn't mention anything about speed, time, or distance. All they said was take your true compass course and convert it to your ship's compass course. Now, it might say PSC, which stands for per standard compass. It might say gyro compass. It might say ship's compass, but they asked for the word compass. As soon as you see in the question the word compass, as soon as you see that word compass, you know that you have to convert. On your cheat sheet, the only place it says compass is here, is in your TV makes dull children add water. So you look at your cheat sheet and you say, okay, I don't need this one. I just need this one. And hopefully you've taken your cheat sheet and you've made sure you got all the information on it. So you have TV makes dull children add water, right? And you wrote down TVMDC for TV makes dull children. Instead of adding water, you put the plus symbol for water. So if you're going down and that plus W means plus west, because they're going to give you things in west and east. So if you're adding water when you're going down, adding west, you would subtract east. Then you would put at the top the opposite that you have down here at the top. So you would subtract subtract west, add east. Okay. So if they give you this, which is the true course on the chart, and they're asking you for the ship's compass, you're going down the formula. If they give you the ship's compass and they want you to figure out the true course that you're going to steer, then you're going up, and you would use these. So going down, you use plus west, minus east. Going up, you would be minus west plus east. So now that we know what part of our cheat sheet we're going to use, we take a piece of paper and we go ahead and we put our cheat sheet. We just copy it over. Don't memorize it a second time. Put it on your cheat sheet and then just copy it over so you don't make a mistake, because you might be tired at the end of the day. So you do the subtract west, the minus west, the plus east, and you put your arrows. Great. And you do that maybe down here. So what's the first problem that they're going to give us? They're going to say that on your chart, you're going 15 degrees. Now, maybe they don't give you the 15 degrees. Maybe instead, they give you point A, point B, and you've got your compass rose on your chart. And you take your ruler, you draw a line between those two, you draw it over. You're going from A to B, so you put the arrow there, and you draw, and you put your arrow there, so you know that that is the course that you are trying to do on your chart, and that you measured that, and that was 15 degrees. So sometimes, and really most of the time, they're going to give you two locations, and you have to measure your true chart course. Okay, so we got 15 degrees. Great. Now we look at how do we convert that to my ship's compass. My ship compass, remember, it's got effects of magnetic north, and it's got effects of the metal on my boat. It's got the effects of magnetic north and the metal on my boat. The magnetic north is called variation. The effects on my boat is called deviation. Because remember, the deviants are in the boat. And deviation changes based on the direction that your boat is pointing. So you actually don't have one single number. You have a table that you have to look it up. So let's do this formula. So they've told us that the variation, they're going to tell you this, the variation is 14. Why is it 14? Because we're in Long Island. Okay. So we write 14. Now 14 in which way? Is it pulling us east or west? Let me look. West. So I put a little W there. I do not try to think it. I don't think, oh, west, isn't that subtract or is that add or what? No, I just look at my cheat sheet, right? Cheat sheet that we just made here. For convenience, I put one next to it. So we do negative east plus west, minus west plus east, because when we go up, we do that. So we're going down, right? We're going from the true, put a number in here, true, and we're going down, try to find west, or try to find the compass. So I'm using these. So it would add my west. That would be 19 degrees. Now, where do I get the deviation? Well, this deviation chart, 29. Can't add. Use a calculator to add so you don't make a mistake like that. So here is the ship's heading. So if I was doing 90, heading at a 90 degrees, I would use 2 east. If I'm doing 180, I would be 2 west. But I'm doing 30. And that's what this number is, 29, close to 30. So I'm doing 2 east. So my deviation is 2 east. I look at my cheat sheet. When I'm going down, 2 east is negative. So I subtract it. So that is 29 minus 2 is 27 degrees. That's my answer. That's my ship's compass course. So if I aim on my ship's compass 27 degrees, I will be traveling on the chart at 15 degrees. So the next question is, what is the compass error? So you subtract these two. So 27 minus 15. So the difference between the two is 12. But they're going to want this in 12. Is it 12 degrees is to the east is your compass error, or is it 12 degrees to the west is your compass error? Well, 15, do I add or subtract 12 to get to 27? So 15 minus 12 is 3. That's wrong. $15 plus my compass error is 27. That's correct. So I'm adding it. So I'm adding it. We look over at our cheat sheet and we see, oh, when you add something, it's west. So my compass error is 12 west. Let's do the next one. 165 degrees. Okay. So maybe again they gave us 2 locations. We drew a line between those 2 locations on the chart. We rolled a ruler down to the angle and we measured it, and we measured 165. So be as accurate as you can, because you're using that 165 in the formula. So now, what is our variation? Well, we're still using the same location. We're still in Long Island. So it'd be 14 west. And you're always going to be using whatever they tell you, whatever the chart is. If you're using Long Island, it's going to be 14 west. If you're using Block Island, it's going to be 15 west. If you're using Chesapeake Bay, it's going to be whatever they tell you. So going down, I don't think. I just go over here and I look. I add west. So I add west. So 165 plus 14 equals 179. So where is 179 on our deviation chart? Well, there isn't a 179, but there's 180. So that is going to be 2 west. 2 west. We just looked it up on the chart. What do we do when we're going down and the number is west? We add it. So we put a little plus symbol so you don't make a mistake. And we end up with 181 as our ship's compass measurement. Great. So now, what is our compass error? Because they might be asking for compass error. If they're just asking for your ship's compass course, we're done, 181. But if they ask us what the compass error is, we have to subtract the 2. So 181 minus 165, well, I hope if I did this right, 181 minus 165 equals 16. Now we don't know whether it's 16 east or 16 west, so we do our little test. 165 minus 16, that gives us 165 minus 16, that gives us 149. That's wrong, right? Because it should give us 181. So 165 plus 16, that comes out to 181. Great, that's correct. So we know that it's going to be a plus. So we know it's going to be a plus. Look over at our cheat sheet. What do we do when we're going down west? When you add things, it's because it's west. So it's a west. Now let's do the last one on converting from chart down to compass. We have 315 is what we measured on our chart. We are going to have a 14 west. That's our variation. Why is it our variation? Because they told us our variation. Because we're in Long Island. So when we're going down, what do? We add west. When you look on our cheat sheet, we add west. So we add it. So 315 plus 14 equals 329. That is the ship's heading, 329. So we look up at the deviation chart and we say 329 is pretty close. 329 is pretty close to